Zlata Ribica. Once upon a time, there lived a poor old fisherman and his wife. They lived in a modest old hut in the woods, high in the mountains of Pohorje. There was a lovely small lake by their house called the Black Lake. Its waters were clean and ran deep. The fisherman often visited the lake to fish in it, and one day he caught a small goldfish. The fish spoke to him, saying, "Please, kind man, let me go. I am the queen of all fish, and I will reward you if you return me to the water." The fisherman kindly agreed and returned her before heading back to his home. He heard a distant thank you from the lake's depths. "I am forever grateful, and I will fulfill any wish," the fish added as he left. When the fisherman came home, he told his wife about what had happened to him at the lake. The wife got very angry.
"You fool! Why did you not ask for a large field around the house and a mill of our own? We could have had so much wheat and flour, so much bread. Return to the fish and get me my wish."
The fisherman was slightly afraid and hastily returned to the lake. When he returned, the goldfish was there. "What can I do for you, kind fisherman?" she asked. He told her about his wife and her wishes, and after he explained, the goldfish turned left, turned right, and disappeared beneath the surface. The fisherman was a bit surprised. Nothing had happened. He slowly returned back to his house and heard the sound of a mill. He heard the wind moving a field full of wheat as far as the eye could see. All of this right around his house. He was very happy and rushed to his home to meet his wife. When he got there, she was angry again.
"Are you so stupid that you forgot to ask for a new house as well? Must I tell you everything? Look at us. Look at yourself. You cannot dress like that. I demand to be a lady, a proper lady with a nice house," she yelled angrily. "Go back to that fish of yours and do what needs to be done," she added.
The fisherman was surprised, and more importantly, he had gotten hungry and tired from fishing. However, he was used to obeying his wife and went back to the Black Lake again. The goldfish awaited with a smile and asked, "Is your wife happy now, kind fisherman?"
"I am so sorry, dear goldfish, but she is angry again. She requires a new house as well. Could you help us?"
The fish calmly smiled, turned to the left, turned to the right, and disappeared. The fisherman knew what that meant and happily returned home. He was right. Upon coming home, there was a large, beautiful house right beside the mill and the field of wheat. The old wooden hut was gone. He smiled at this sight, but was surprised to see his wife angry again.
"This is not enough," she bellowed. "A simple house is not enough. I want a castle in the middle of the forest and a carriage to drive me around. I want a white road leading from the town to the castle so that my noble guests can come to the castle for feasts and celebrations. And you know what? When my noble guests arrive at my castle, a bowl of fish will greet them in the lobby. Your dear goldfish will be the main star."
The fisherman did not know what to say.
"Aren't you going a bit too far, darling? You might get punished for this," he gently replied. "Silence, servant," she said. "I told you my wishes, and it is your responsibility to tell that goldfish to fulfill your wish. Do what your mistress has ordered."
The man did not know what to say, but decided to return to the lake.
"Is it possible she is still not happy?" the goldfish asked in wonder when she saw him approaching. "I'm so sorry, dear goldfish, but it seems like nothing can stop her anger. I'm so unhappy with her. She always wants more. She now wants to be a lady with a castle and a carriage to drive her on a white road leading to the town. Her guests are to visit the castle, and she even wants you in a bowl at the entrance," he explained.
When the goldfish heard everything, she remained silent. She slowly returned into the water and disappeared into the depths of the lake. She was never to be seen again. As the man returned home, he saw a familiar scene. There was no mill any more, and no vast field of wheat. His old wooden hut was back, and all the granted wishes were gone. He looked around only to see the woods of Pohjola he knew so well, and the Black Lake, guarding the underwater kingdom of the Goldfish Queen.